Beyonce couldn't get pregnant. Not naturally, not normally. What I do know is this. When Beyonce got on that stage with that fake baby bump.
Blue don't have Beyonce nothing. She's just light-skinned. I always thought it was kind of weird how she did resemble JayZ to a certain extent. But no, that girl is starting to look like Cathy. The eyes, the cheekbones, the jawline, the speltness of her thin. See, I know. You know what happened, Corey.
JayZ is once again at the center of intense online speculation after 50 Cent reportedly reignited long-dormant rumors surrounding the mysterious death of Cathy White and the pregnancy she was said to have been carrying at the time. According to widespread chatter, 50 Cent plans to address the issue in greater detail in the second installment of a documentary he is expected to release next year. Since those hints surfaced, social media has been flooded with renewed accusations and theories, with some users openly suggesting JayZ may have been involved. One of the most disturbing claims circulating online alleges that when Cathy's body was discovered, the unborn child had already been removed, an allegation that, if true, would suggest something deeply sinister. These claims, however, remain unproven and exist largely within internet speculation and conspiracy circles. Interest in the case had already begun resurfacing even before 50 Cent's comments, sparked by a troubling tweet from journalist Liz Crokin following Diddy's arrest. That tweet led many to revisit older posts she had made, including one from 2017 in which she appeared to allude to the possibility that JayZ had ordered a hit on Cathy White. While none of these statements have been substantiated, they continue to fuel online debate and speculation as the story once again gains traction. When Kanye West says JayZ is life takers, I believe he is talking about the people who took out Cathy White.
JayZ, I know you. Please don't sit about my head. Just call me.
Now, it's important to remember that Liz originally posted that tweet all the way back in 2017, at a time when there was no widespread reason for the public to believe JayZ was involved in anything remotely that dark. Back then, the comment barely gained traction and was largely overlooked. However, after the controversy surrounding Diddy erupted, Liz resurfaced the same post, quoting her original tweet and suggesting that recent events had cast it in a very different light. Note the date. Hey JayZ, I was a reporter who talked to your alleged mistress, right, before she died/was deleted. I know everything. I know what you did. Go F yourself. Your time is coming. Maybe you and Diddy can share a prison cell. Justice is coming. She added, it's only a matter of time before Spirit cooking JayZ is exposed like Diddy. There's a reason Kanye said Jay's God I would know. He's evil to the core. I pray there will be justice for Cathy White one day. The false idols will continue to fall. Mark my words. As I mentioned earlier, Liz's tweets immediately grabbed people's attention, and once they resurfaced, the internet wasted no time digging back into the circumstances surrounding Cathy's death. At the time, her official autopsy report concluded that she died from a brain aneurysm. However, for years now, online speculation has claimed that the report may not tell the full story. According to long-running rumors, some believe JayZ allegedly paid to have the autopsy findings altered so nothing could be traced back to him or Beyonce. These allegations have never been proven, but they spread rapidly and gained enough traction to push the story even further into the spotlight. Things escalated to the point where the blogger who originally reported on the alleged affair, Hollywood Street King, claimed he launched his own private investigation to uncover what really happened to Cathy. When he first published the results of that investigation, he later alleged that he was threatened and forced to remove the article. Despite that, screenshots of posts had already been saved, and those images quickly began circulating across the internet. Naturally, I was able to track them down as well, and now I'm going to read exactly what that article claimed. The report stated, yesterday, I got the news that Cathy Michelle White had suddenly passed away. So, I quickly began my investigation, and guess what? Cathy did not die from a brain aneurysm, as reported widely around the internet today. According to an NYPD detective who told me, Cathy's cause of death is uncertain, and later today, we will have the autopsy and toxicology reports. Right now, the death is considered suspicious. Cathy White died exactly 1 year, the day from when I broke the story of her and JayZ's affair. He added, a 911 call came in from an apartment on 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan. The ambulance came and took Cathy because she was sick. They took her to the Beth Israel Hospital, and that's where she expired. It was too early to be speculating that an aneurysm killed her. They will be doing an autopsy later today to check out the cause of her death. But someone might have given Cathy a bad, so they'll do a toxicology, and we'll have to wait 2 weeks for that report. 2 weeks before her death, Cathy was contacted by a major tabloid that was investigating the JayZ connection. She gave them little information to go on, but according to one of our sources, following her conversation with the tabloid, she called Jay and told him that she was going to go public with their affair for a price. This all happened in the last 2 weeks. Then, little more than 48 hours after the announcement that Beyoncé was pregnant with Jay's baby, this young lady suddenly dies under suspicious circumstances. He also included photos showing Claudia Jordan and Cathy partying with Jay at a club just months before Cathy's death. According to the article, Cathy and Claudia were close friends, and it was allegedly Claudia who introduced Cathy to Jay in the first place. However, Hollywood Street King claimed that after receiving serious threats against his life, he was unable to continue pursuing the story and ultimately had to step away from the investigation altogether. That's where Jaguar Wright entered the picture, and she took the controversy even further. Picking up where the blogger left off, Jaguar made explosive claims of her own, alleging that Cathy did not die from a brain aneurysm at all. Instead, she claimed Cathy was violently killed inside Jay's home. Jaguar went on to directly accuse JayZ and Beyoncé of being responsible, alleging that Beyoncé acted out of jealousy over Cathy's alleged relationship with Jay.
Taken unfairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand, see? I mean, I'm just speculating.
But Jaguar didn't stop there. She went on to make even more extreme and controversial allegations, claiming that Beyoncé had allegedly faked her pregnancy and that Cathy's unborn child was taken from her before her death. According to Jaguar's claims, she believes that the child Cathy was carrying is actually Blue Ivy, an accusation that has never been supported by any evidence and remains firmly in the realm of conspiracy theory. Jaguar took things even further by alleging that Diddy possesses video footage connected to Cathy's death, claiming it shows what she described as Cathy being unalived. These statements, like her earlier ones, have not been substantiated and are based solely on Jaguar's own assertions, but they continue to circulate online due to their shocking nature.
So, Jag, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Cathy White.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
JayZ's pregnant mistress,
yeah,
who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list.
But according to online rumors, the story doesn't stop there. Some conspiracy theories have even gone as far as claiming that Beyoncé's song Daughter was an alleged coded confession suggesting how and why Cathy White was killed and how Blue Ivy was supposedly taken. These interpretations are entirely speculative and have never been supported by any evidence, but they continue to circulate among those who believe the lyrics hold hidden meanings tied to the controversy.
Allegedly, the song Daughter on Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter album,
I love that one.
it's potentially a murder confession about JayZ's mistress, Cathy White.
What?
Buckle up. On August 28th, 2011, Beyoncé announced her pregnancy at the MTV VMAs. On January 7th, 2012, Blue Ivy was born into this world. In 2016, Beyoncé dropped Lemonade. Now, as we all know, Lemonade was a true album about infidelity. JayZ was rumored to have a very long time mistress. People knew of Cathy White because of JayZ. Okay, if you listen to Daughter, the song completely illustrates a confession. The lyrics in the song say, "Your body laid out on these filthy floors, your bloodstains on my custom coutures. Bathroom attendant let me right in. She was a big fan. I tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do." So fans are speculating that Beyonce had Cathy White killed after Cathy White had the baby and claimed the baby as her own, and that baby is Blue Ivy.
And of course, discussions about Cathy White's child being linked to Blue Ivy often bring up what many refer to as the infamous deflated pregnancy moment. For those who may not be familiar, this incident dates back to the time when Beyonce was publicly pregnant with Blue Ivy. During a nationally televised interview, viewers claimed her baby bump appeared to fold inward as she sat down, sparking widespread debate online. That moment quickly fueled rumors and conspiracy theories, with some people insisting it proved she was never actually pregnant. Critics questioned how a pregnancy bump could visibly cave in on camera, while supporters argued it was simply an optical illusion caused by clothing and movement. Regardless, the clip became one of the most cited moments used by conspiracy theorists to support their claims despite no credible evidence ever backing those accusations.
But what this moment exposed to some even caught us by surprise. Here it is again, slowed down. As Beyonce sits down with Molly Meldrum, her dress folds.
A surrogate because she didn't want to put her body through the stress.
When it comes to 50 Cent, he hasn't made any direct statements about Cathy White himself. However, according to industry chatter, JayZ is expected to be referenced in a new documentary 50 has said he plans to release next year. Rumor has it that the project will allegedly include previously unseen receipts related to JayZ and Cathy materials that some claim are so explosive they could even prompt authorities to revisit the case. That said, none of this has been confirmed. As for the speculation surrounding the identity of Cathy's child, much of that theory stems from claims made by Jaguar Wright. Based solely on her allegations, some conspiracy circles have suggested the child could be Blue Ivy. These claims remain entirely unproven and exist only within online rumor and speculation.
No, 50, the way you run, this cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that you just have not shown?
Yeah, well, everything couldn't make it was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things, like even in an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
To add to it, but we had to cut it down so it could.
For time.
Yeah.
So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a number 2. Season 2?
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it.
And of course, the internet had plenty to say, with one person commenting, "That little girl got the shape of Cathy's whole head and jawline. She doesn't look anything like Beyonce. They want you to believe that." Another person said, "Have you heard the lyrics to that song Daughter by Beyonce? Definitely a confession, and she's 100% talking about Cathy." But now I want to hear from you. What do you make of the rumors claiming JayZ could be connected to Cathy's death? And do you think there's any truth to the theory that Blue Ivy might be Cathy's missing daughter? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know what you think. And don't forget to click here to check out another wild and messy story.